everyone. My name is Michelle. I'm a therapist in the Seattle, Washington area with my practice, Next Chapter Counseling. And I got a question from someone who was asking me how to navigate the transition when your in laws move in with you. And I think this could be broadened out to whether it's your own parents moving in with you or your partner's parents moving in with you guys. How do you navigate this? So I feel honestly like I'm pretty well equipped to answer this question personally because I live with my mother-in-law. So I'll share a couple things that I recommend. Some of these things I've done personally in my own relationship with her. And maybe these are some things that could be helpful for you as you navigate the relationship with your in laws. Or again, some of this applies to your own parents if they're moving in with you and your partner as well. The very first thing that I recommend is figuring out how to negotiate time altogether versus time as a couple. This doesn't necessarily need to be a formal conversation or something as like a set schedule. But I think it's really important for you and your partner to maybe have this conversation, just the two of you, if some things don't start evolving naturally. It's important that you probably all spend time together as a family, maybe eating meals together or things like that. That is important. And also it's important that, you and your partner get some time alone too. That's also really important. And so it's kind of figuring out, okay, when are these times that we get when it's just us? And if you really feel like you and your partner are no longer having any time alone, talk about it with your partner, see what you guys can come up with, just the two of you. If you both are at a loss for how to get that time to yourself, then maybe having a conversation later on with your in-laws about how this could look. Hopefully it won't come to that. Hopefully you and your partner can get creative and figure out some times to get on your own. Hopefully your in-laws will be respectful of the fact that you guys are still a couple and that it makes sense that you want some time together with them not in the room. Hopefully this can sort of evolve naturally. But that's something that's really important to figure out as this transition is happening, is what that balance is going to look like, and to have a conversation with your partner and or your in-laws if you really feel like you're lacking time alone with your partner, because it's still really important that the two of you have that time together. The second thing that I think is really important, and this I do recommend as maybe a more formal conversation, is a division of household duties. This can really go either way, I feel like, when in-laws move in. Some in-laws may move in and they may think that because it's your house, you're going to do all the cooking and the cleaning and you're kind of going to take care of them. And maybe that makes sense as part of the reason for why they're moving in with you. Maybe they're moving in with you because they're getting older, because they can't do some of these things on their own anymore. And the unspoken expectation is that you're going to do everything. So things can swing that direction. Things I think can also swing the opposite direction of in-laws or parents thinking, you're the child, I'm the parent, therefore I'm going to cook for you, or I'm going to do the cleaning, or I'm going to take care of you. Or they may just even think this is my way to say thank you, or my way to give back is to do more around the house. That's my way of contributing. So it can go really either way. And no matter which way it goes, I think it's important for there to be a conversation about what this is going to look like. Maybe you don't want any help from your in-laws and you're totally fine with having everything still be on your plate. Great. Or maybe you're thinking to yourself, God, I wish they'd help out a little bit more. And whichever way it goes, I think it's important to have a conversation. Who's going to be doing the cooking? Who's going to be doing the cleaning? Can you guys maybe do some of this together as a team? How much of their help do you want? And to be able to ask for what you would like, because they're not just going to be able to read your mind. So this could be a conversation of, hey, you don't need to do as much as you want to do or as much as you've been doing, Or this may look like a conversation of, hey, I'd really like it if you did a little bit more. But I think it's an important conversation to have, because now this is a house, whether it's short term or long term, that you all are sharing together. And a big way that people feel like their house is their home is by doing cooking, cleaning, things like that, and how you can both come together so that, again, it's a balance that fits for how much they want to contribute and how much you're comfortable with them contributing. So I would recommend that being a formal conversation as the second thing that I would recommend. And then finally, and to end on a really positive note, I think it's really important that you find something you can do for fun with them. Something that's an enjoyable activity that you all can do together. For me, it's watching The Bachelor with my mother-in-law. That's what I found as a thing that she and I do together. You want to really have it be not that, yes, you guys are roommates in a way, but you're also family. So how can it be, again, going back to the first point, that you and your partner still feel like a couple, but how can it be that you guys also really get to know each other and really enjoy each other's company? Maybe you decide to play a game every weekend, or maybe you guys all do the grocery shopping together, or like whatever it is, figuring out some way so that you're not just leading completely separate lives under the same roof, where your in-laws are doing their thing and you and your partner are doing your own thing. Find some way to connect and to genuinely feel like you're a family and that you guys can have fun together. So that's the final recommendation that I have. If you have questions for me about love or relationships, anything like that, send me an email at nextchapter.michelle@gmail.com, and I'll be back next week with another video. Thanks, everyone.